like the people in the book should have done. The first student union. Yeah! Look for the union label. If you are buying a contest or clothes, remember somewhere our union's growing, our wage is going to be the peace.
Oh yeah, I can learn a lot from you, George. Shut up.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of Boyer's Retrocast, the weekly podcast where two guys look back at the show that shaped their lives. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle. I used to work at a migrant farm called H.H. Gregg.
Oh, okay, that's great. I like that one. I've been looking forward to this episode since we started this season, so here we go. We are discussing Season 2, Episode 4, Me and Mr. Joad, directed by David Trainer, written by Jeff Manuel. Original air date, October 14th, 1994. Kyle, what's it about?
When the staff lies to Cory's class about an upcoming test, Cory attempts to use what he learned in the Grapes of Wrath by launching a student protest. However, he soon learns the lesson hidden in the novel. There is a price to pay for doing what you think is right.
And suspicious to absence, we had no Topanga or Morgan in this episode.
Yeah.
That's suspicious. We did have Desiree, which we'll discuss as we go along and returning from the last episode. This is her last episode, though.
Yeah.
So we'll never see her again after this.
Unfortunately, with the sweater she had on this episode, put the dual airbags on full display. I mean, seriously.
Seriously. I know, seriously. We'll get to
She enters
that.
a room before she enters a room. And oh my god, the Scarlett O'Haraist was cranked up about 1,100%.
We'll get into all that as we go along.
I'm surprised she didn't get the Vipers.
We'll get into all that. First of all, let's get started here.
Wait.
Eric, whatever shall I do? Wherever shall I go?
God damn it. All right, let's get started with...
Frankly, my dear, screw yourself.
Jeez. All right. Grapes of Wrath. That's where we're starting this episode. Watching this episode, and I'm going to say this straight up, I'm watching this, and I feel like I'm watching what Girl Meets World been doing this season, doing exactly what they did here. Here's what we're doing. A whole episode's based on this. That's exactly what they did in Girl Meets World this season.
What they're teaching in the classroom is parallel.
Exactly what we're doing in the entire episode.
Yeah.
And that's been doing a lot of season 2 of this show. So there you go. Anyway, I like the fact that Amy points out the fact that Cory's reading a real book.
Yeah. As in a door stopper.
Yes. He's on page 582, but reading it backwards, which is hysterical.
Yeah.
But I love his logic, though.
Yeah.
I know the ending, so that the rest of the book makes sense.
Yeah.
I actually get that logic. I'm not gonna lie. So I wrote a couple of notes here as this conversation, because a lot happened in this opening scene. Did she really say better than your idea taking 30 showers at the beginning of the month?
Yes, she said that.
Okay, now. We were by itself, but then his response was, I was really clean in the month of February.
Yeah.
The math did not compute.
I was going to say, reading the Grapes of Wrath backwards. Now you should just watch Memento ending first.
There you go.
You do get that right.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got that one.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out.
Actually, shockingly, on my DVD copy, there is an Easter egg that allows you to watch the movie ending first. You know, like where you watch it in order.
That's intriguing.
Yeah.
That's an intriguing idea, actually. So I found it funny that I said that he's actually goes and says, math doesn't make sense here. 30 days in February.
Yeah.
Math doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, so out comes Eric, and the pager goes off. I forgot about this annoying pager in this episode. It was not in the first episode with Desiree.
I thought for a moment it was their microwave.
Yeah, well, apparently it's a pager. And Desiree needs shampoo. And Amy has moves.
Oh, God forbid that Desiree should strain herself and walk over to get the friggin' shampoo.
I know, seriously. But Amy, who apparently was in workout gear for the beginning of this episode. I don't understand that outfit choice. Yeah. But she was apparently in workout gear and blocking him from the door. And damn, she was moved good. That was amazing.
She has moves like Jagger.
That was an amazing move.
Or the very least moves like, well, what would be a famous defense player for basketball?
Well, fine. I'm not a basketball person, so I'm bad at that, so it's all good. I heard
All we know is the Bucks could use her desperately.
Oh, jeez. I'm still trying to figure out how the Bucks made the playoffs with a 500 record. I don't get it. Anyway,
they lowered their standards.
They were a 6 seed. 2 teams made the NBA playoffs below 500.
Yeah.
I don't get the NBA. Anyway, don't get me started on that rant. Anyway, where was I? Conditioner. Yes, Desiree paid for conditioner, and this finally got Eric to outmaneuver his mother out the door.
Where's John Madden when you need him?
We needed a telestrator to explain all of that.
Well, now you see, Eric's trying to fake left here, get around his mother. That's all it sounds like to me. For all we know,
Accurate.
For all I know, and they're paying me in chicken wings. And if your monkey itches, use Vagisil.
Combination of John Madden and the Swedish chef. Point at the end of it all.
And hi, folks, John Madden here for the Quick Pop Popcorn Popper. Just threw in a little bit of Frank Caliendo there.
Oh, fuck.
I can smell my arm flesh burning. It's like I've been napalmed. I am this close to walking off the set. If I find out who got me this commercial assignment, I'm going to kick him in the ass. Hi, folks. John Madden here for the Quick Pop Popcorn Popper.
Okay, we gotta move on.
I think I broke Blake.
This is the second time this week I've recorded and lost it. Second time this week. Okay, all right. Okay, I took it about. Okay, so we get to class. And Turner, we're talking about the Grapes of Wrath for real. We're actually talking about it. He apparently, starting in the middle of the book, he's like, "What have we learned from Rupert Redding?" Cory raises his hand.
Muscle spasm, Matthews.
Great line. That's a great line. And he literally told the entire story of the Grapes of Wrath. I was like, even I was shocked.
What's that? I think if you listen, you can hear the relieved moans of people in hell as it freezes over.
That and I think he actually broke Turner for a second. He
Yeah.
there like,
The teacher you are trying to call is not in service.
I did love Shawn. You're a disgrace to the entire back row.
You say, wait, what's that? Peace in the Middle East at last.
By the way, I do have to admit something. I just thought about something.
What?
The reason the Penguins are in this episode is because he's not in their English class.
Oh.
I didn't realize that from the pilot. They explained that in the pilot. In episode 1 of this season, they explained that they're not in all classes together.
Oh, okay.
But you're in homeroom with Turner.
Wait,
but
what?
They're not in English class.
Wait, what's
together.
that? Michael Bay's actually listening to his critics and scaling down on everything that makes his movies obnoxious?
Oh, God. That's jeez.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cheap shot for the guy who liked Pearl Harbor?
And I like Armageddon, too. In Pearl Harbor. I like Pearl Harbor, though. Anyway, move on. Anyway, core reaction to what he was talking about. We covered that. Okay. We narrowed it down where Turner really wants them to read the book and understand the entire historical context of the book.
Yeah.
And what is Shawn's response?
Yeah.
What page is the historical context on? God, I love Shawn logic sometimes. So, we've narrowed it down to, we're talking about the test that's going to come with this book. Turner yelled at them to stop talking about the test.
And just one more question about, the piece of paper with the grid on it that tells our parents we're idiots.
Very funny line. So Turner pretty much goes and says, if you read the book, open your yapping discussion in class, no test. And then the bell rang, and everyone yells, no test! And they're out the door. They're out the door. Yeah. So, we get back to the cafeteria. I did write down a very funny line because Feeney goes and says, your fourth period English class is very chipper today.
Yeah.
And in Turner's response, it's International Day in the cafeteria. They are enjoying a big bowl of
Nothing
hummus.
raises their spirits like a big bowl of hummus.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Very, very funny. So, Feeney, to his credit, it was almost like an old school, new school conversation that we're going to be dealing with in school for a while. Where Feeney is using the logic of you should test them to make sure they're doing the work, and Turner wants to trust his students. Which, old school, new school.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. We do have two lines that even you were wondering where the hell they came from.
I wonder if Feeney's so old school he'd ask him to go cut him a switch.
Wow. Jeez. Wow.
Hey, it's a serious thought.
I know, but wow. So, the two lines that I wrote down that you reacted to, that is how to write them down.
Yeah.
Won't we just take off our clothes and go running wildly through the woods?
I'm just trying to figure out how we get from, not taking a test to that.
Well, then, I know my dog, but I don't have a clue what he's
They
thinking.
go, oh, yeah, well, that's after, I know my kids. I trust them. Yeah, I know my dog, too, but I don't know what he's thinking. Once again, how do we get from that to that?
I did appreciate, though, knowing that where Feeney and Turner are going to go during this series. A gentleman's bet to start. It's their first real bet they make. They have a lot of these as the series continues, so I appreciate that. So we cut back to the house, and Jason shows up. And I did line down, and I chuckled at this because he always hits on Amy every time he sees her.
Yeah.
And
hey, who wouldn't?
And Baywatch The Next Generation that you'd be perfect for it.
I was going to say, who wouldn't? Amy's a MILF.
There you go.
Ladies.
Jason wants to go play basketball with Eric. Eric's not dressed for basketball.
He looks like he stepped out of the Cosby Show.
Pretty much, and or out of Carlton's closet. Which is pretty much the same thing.
He's taller than Carlton.
True. Good point. I mean, we're Jason. Anyway, we'll get to that later. He tells him that I have plans, and he's like, with Vampira.
Yeah. So, what does that horror hostess and star of Plan 9 have to do with this?
Oh, sorry, Desiree.
Yeah.
Desiree. Our little Georgia peach from earlier.
And what a nice pair of peaches she has.
Yes, he's going to the mall to see what she wants for her birthday. Oddly enough, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's the weird part. That actually makes sense.
That would kind of make sense, with mom, because she's really hard to shop for.
I have friends that actually take their boyfriends to the mall intentionally to show them what they want for their birthday, and then they still get it wrong. True story. I ain't making that up. So, all this turns out to Jason and Amy teaming up against Eric for the hatred of Desiree. I did write down to I believe Jason was saying how I'm sorry about the loss of your son.
Yeah.
He said, in lieu of flowers, send donations to the foundation of the terminally whipped.
To which I have to say, when this is a lady saying that you're pussy whipped.
It's amazing. And it's your mother.
Yeah.
Even better, it's your mother.
There might be something wrong.
So the pager goes off again. Annoying pager. And Jason...
Oh, that's not his pager. The baked potato he had in his pants is ready to go.
I think that's later in the series. Anyway, that wouldn't shock me later in the series. Anyway, Jason grabs a pager, and Desiree is in the driveway and wants a glass of water.
Oh my God! Don't strain yourself.
So Eric heads for the sink. Amy then says, "Don't go near the sink, or you're going to be sorry," and sprays him right in the crotch with the sprayer from the sink.
I thought with the sound effect, it sounded like she tased him for a moment.
No, she sprayed him right in the crotch, which is...
Although, let's be honest, it would have gotten the same thing.
So Eric runs off, and I'm sure he's going to go change his pants really fast. I really did think that. Desiree walks in, and Jason had the great line.
Yeah.
Eric was taking a bath, and the pager went off.
It's not pretty. It's not pretty. They're zipping him up right now. You might want to leave before the cops start asking questions.
Very funny. But then Eric comes down with a towel over his crotch.
Well,
Why did you change your pants?
Well, knowing how impatient she is, she probably wouldn't let him go change his pants.
But she doesn't know why he's changing his pants, though.
Yeah.
Except apparently his zipper got hit by lightning. His mother tried to save his life.
A spark shooting crotch. So that's the real reason why their relationship didn't take off.
God damn it. Alrighty then. So all this, Jason pretty much is trying to convince Eric to go play basketball, and Desiree insults Jason's height.
Yeah, you're petite.
When she said, and this really sets off Jason.
Oh.
Boy, does this set off Jason, and wants to punch her. He was really, really upset.
Oh.
And Jason storms out, pretty much. And Desiree gives Eric an ultimatum, which we'll get back to later.
Yeah.
We'll get back to later.
Basically, either his best friend or her.
So we come back to class, and Turner is going down the talking about the grave of the rap, and goes to this whole description about bloody heads and all this kind of stuff.
Well, no, he goes, they fought for what they believed in, but they wound up with a lot of bloody heads and dead people.
And Shawn says it's like bingo night at the trailer park. What? I want to be at that bingo night. Fuck the Potawatomi bingo. I want to be at that bingo night.
I don't know. There are probably times in Potawatomi where it comes close to that.
That's a good point. It's a very good point.